Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking. It's been a while. It's been a week, precisely. How is everybody doing? Thank you for joining me. Who do we have on the stream? We have Tom, although I think he got his dinner. Anime, how are you? Glad you could join. Gamaste, you are super early today. Just in time, thank you. And Patrick, perfect attendance. Hey XK. How are you guys? Oh, Tom is here already. Hey, Mr. Dr. Cold. How are you? Hey, drive safely. I've been staying tuned to the updates in the sound fixes mod. How is F-mod treating you? Wires were connected in the wrong place. Glad to hear you were able to fix it. Wi-Fi is life. Hey, Freightliner. Welcome back, guys. So for today, we are going to be diving again into the 1.37 beta of ATS because there have been a couple of updates since the last time and I wanted to check it out for myself and I wanted to share it with you and we can go and critique it together. We'll see. I think he's lurking about somewhere, maybe. Hopefully he's feeling better. Hey, Hank. Welcome to the stream. Just downloading the beta now. Good luck. You'll need it. Was able to get part of Soundfix's pack working on 1.37. It is, yeah. I've been looking at the updates in there. I still don't have my modded profile though. I'm still not using it. We're sticking with vanilla in the meantime. But yeah, maybe a week or two after, I should be ready to get back into the modded profile. I'll hate to have to go through everything again and remove most of the stuff there because most probably most of them will not be compatible, but this is the way it is. It will break. It will definitely break. Yes, especially with 1.37 in the whole sound engine overhaul, or overhaul is actually an understatement. Sound engine transformation. So we are going with the vanilla profile again. No mods whatsoever enabled. Never have, never will in this profile. Let's go with that. We're liking the auto windows. Forklift horn sound. We will see. And I do have a new thing enabled now. Hopefully it's going to be better. Let's turn off that music. The anti-aliasing tweaks are implemented at the moment. So far, doing pretty good. Pretty high on the GPU for the main menu only. We'll see if my system can handle it. We might have a few slowdowns, but overall, you should get much better anti-aliasing, less jagged edges on the power lines, on the railings, and whatnot. Hey, blah! How are you? We're in the farm today. Jack and Alex were in the farm and I was hanging out with them until the stream broke at least. Twitch being twitchy. Image is so beautiful. Definitely agree. Alright, so let's go and get into... Ooh. The mouse is a bit laggy. That's interesting. Look at that, the frame rate dropped to 30 all of a sudden. Oh, that is the strangest thing. Let's go get into the game and see if that changes. I'm hoping it does. Hey, Alex. How are you, man? How's the farm? Did you guys continue even when the stream broke down? There we go. Back to 60 FPS. Look at that anti-aliasing. I'm not sure if you can see it in the stream, but my goodness. Even those things, those fences, barely shimmer anymore. And the power lines from afar, so good. So good. And since we are driving with vanilla, it's okay. How are you, Da? Welcome back. Not in chat. He was, I think. 395. What did you sell? It's a race with Jack, huh? It's officially a competition. So guys, we're in the Kenworth W900 because this is supposedly one of the trucks that they updated. Although I checked it And I don't know, I still don't buy it. Maybe I have too high standards, but they did change the closed window sounds. It's much louder now. Well, I'll let you hear it. And that's one of the new ones. You see? I'm sure you know what truck that is. You can't go wrong. You can't mistake that truck for anything else. And yes, that is now enabled in the AI. That's part of the recent update in 1.37 beta. For sure, we'll see more of that later. Minor meltdown. Ooh. Well, hang out. Hopefully, it will cool you down a bit. Halt that melting. Did they move the horn on the International to the outside of the cab? That's a good question. We'll try it out. So this is with windows closed actually. If I open it, so it does get a bit muffled now, but it's still quite loud inside. They made it much louder. And the distinction between the interior and exterior, when you open and close the window, it's not that intense anymore. See, there we go again. Another one of those. Very nice. And the sound pans. Oh, that's a good question. They still haven't fixed that. They acknowledge that this is a bug, that when you move your head, because right now if you're using headphones, the sound of the engine is mostly on the right side because the right window is open. They acknowledge the bug that when you turn your head like this, then the sound should switch to your left ear. Something along those lines. Let's close that one. By the way, the Clumsy shirts finally arrived. I ordered some of my own. If you want to try it out or check it out, exclamation point shirt. It arrived, guys. There you go. CG logo in front. And let me advertise it. I'm not sure if you can see it. Clumsy Geek, the full logo at the back. Love it. Yeah, I just finished washing it. There you go, thank you. Thanks for the links, Alex and Blah. No, it still is not fixed, Tom. Unfortunately, that's still an issue. So here, this one, when I rev up, when I let go of the gas, nothing. I don't know why they can't fix it. Because I shared a video in the Discord server, in Trucksim channel. If you want to join the Discord server, exclamation point Discord. Harvin is working on adapting the F-mod sounds already. And he's testing it on his Mac R. And that thing sounds much more fluid than this truck right here. Like the revving up and revving down of sounds. It sounds more natural and doesn't get cut like that. Hear it? Can you guys hear it? Not very nice, is it? So I think we'll keep the... You know what? For the proper test, I think we'll have to turn off the music, as much as I would not like to emphasize it. But I've been pretty hopeful about this because when I was reading through the forums, a couple of people were enjoying the sounds of the W900 now. But I think we just have different ears, different preferences. And maybe Krishbom and EVR have spoiled me immensely. But they did say that the Jake brake is now spot on. At least we have that going for us. Let's open the windows just a tad. You know what? Let's open the windows fully. That's the loudest you can go. That's right, Alex. I think what they did say is the people were saying that it's accurate now. The Jake brake is the best thing in W900 right now, I think. I'm not really sure how it sounds like. Yeah. So yeah, it still gets cut off, and it will require a lot more tweaks, unfortunately. We are going in circles because we are testing the sounds. Good observation. Yeah, the modders will figure it out so they can teach SCS. What I found that's weird is in the tweaks, in the anti-aliasing tweaks, they're really slow on the main menu, and I don't get it. Like here, I'm locked to 30 FPS. I don't understand at all. Nothing is maxing out, but it's one of the side effects. So I cannot recommend it fully yet, these AA tweaks using NVIDIA Profile Inspector, but if you can live with the slowdowns and the weirdness sometimes, the jagged edges are gone. Anyway, what was I testing? The audio levels. So there are a couple of recommendations for the audio. What I found interesting in particular was the truck exhaust volume. Let me share this with you, okay? Let's do a bit of experiment. So in here, the rev limiter. Hey, rocking out. Welcome to the stream, welcome back. The rec sounds real. Yes, at least that one's authentic. So engine sounds, we're all familiar how the engine should sound like in general, right? So if we disable that, then we should have no engine sounds at all, but we'd be wrong, because if I disable the truck engine volume, there would still be something, interestingly enough. Okay, no more idle sounds. But if you rev up, so there is that, when you're revving up, there is that like extra oomph around the 1000 RPM range and up. That's not part of the engine sounds at all. So it's like an add-on, and it's part of the truck exhaust volume, because when we zero this out, then that is the time when we won't hear anything at all. Yeah, now it's really zero, nada. And if we remove all the exhaust and we just leave the engine in there, then it's not as dramatic. The oomph when you're revving up, it's not as loud, but the good thing there is when you let go of the gas, it's also not as weak, because it's more balanced. Still there, but yeah, it's not that bad. So right now, I'm not a huge fan of this truck exhaust volume. We'll see how that should work. Just don't crash on wood. Yeah, the fade of the sounds I really like. Even when you alt tab, they're fading out. They're not just cutting off. Yeah. Hey, Alan. So I'm not sure what this is about, but I would minimize it. And also, the world sounds, the ambient sounds are too loud for my taste. And there's one more. The shifting. I think that's truck noise volume. So you know how when you shift, so the shifting sounds are getting cut off? Let's try it out. First gear to second gear. That one. That like hydraulics that gets cut off or something. That one. It's ugly, but you can mitigate that, I think, if you lessen the truck noise volume, I believe, or truck effects, one of these. I think it's truck effects. If you remove that, I think the truck noise might be the tires. So when you shift now, No more. No cutting off, but no hydraulics or whatever you call it either. No shifting sounds at all. But in a way, that's good. At least you don't get the cut-off sound. So it's a good workaround until they fix it. So there have been a couple of people in the forums who've been tweaking how this should sound like. And the recommendation for this one, if I remember correctly, is to keep it really low so that it's there just very, very subtly, but you don't really hear the ugliness, the cutting out. It's a workaround, I know, but yeah, it's a work in progress. That's why it's a beta. So let's try it. First gear to second gear. That's when the cutting off usually happens. Yeah, it's not as loud anymore. But the engine itself is not so sure. Hey, over. Welcome back. I notice you follow and unfollow a lot of times. Is that something you're experimenting on? I've been getting notifications on and off. World sounds will be more balanced in futures updates of sound fixes back. Thanks a lot, drive safely. Yeah, because I mean, I can understand that SCS will not be able to perfect the sounds, but they will be able to put it at a very reasonable level. You know, just not no cutting off. It won't be IRL, but it should be decent. But our fellow modders, one of them being Drive Safely, would for sure take that to the next level and make it much more immersive and much closer to reality. But yeah, I don't expect SCS to really go to that level. So we'll still need mods, I think. But even if you don't have mods, it should sound decent. That's the hope. 900. ATS mod is the max superliner. Yeah. The shifter sound is air. Ah, there you go. Thanks. But it shouldn't be cutting out, right? I don't think it should be cutting out like that. Alright, let's go back to the garage. So it's not that bad anymore. I remember this being much worse than before when we first tried the beta. So it is improving. But yeah, it still needs a lot of work. Also, the revs, in my opinion, are still not varied enough. It's still a bit monotonous. So I would not be able to recommend the W900 just yet. We can go and check the Lone Star. Let me load up something. I think it might be this one. Subscribe on your mom's phone. Thanks. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Experiment, I get it now. The track IR is such a game changer. In any sim that I get into, that is the number one is wheel support, number two is track IR support I'm looking forward to. So it's really a requirement for me. If it's not there, it's a major, like, it's almost a showstopper for me. Like, I seriously think of not getting into the game if it does not have track IR. You might want to cover your ears because I'm not sure if they fixed it. We'll try the horn. Previously, when we try the horn, it feels like it's right beside your ear. Like they put the horn inside the cab. So, here we go. You've been warned. Ah, it's still there. It's still there. Yeah, doesn't work. Ah, no problem, over. Great to hear. Alright, so I don't think this is a suitable truck yet. I do like the interior sounds a bit more. I like the chugging along, like the chuggy sound of this engine. If you open it a bit. Still a bit monotonous though. Yeah, it still requires work. And I think the blinkers have not been fixed yet. I remember the Lone Star should have a very distinctive blinker sound. I don't think this is it. Can't feel my ears. Sorry. No, I didn't have any assumption on your age. That's good to know. The interior is very nice. The modeling is, I mean, I have no complaints at all. But the sounds, yeah, could do with a bit of improvement, I think. Now, what I wanted to try, there is an interesting truck right now. We haven't tried it before, so now would be a good time to try it. The Peterbilt 579. And if you have been staying tuned with in the Discord server, I shared that. Someone made a short preview on it. You might enjoy it, actually. Let's take this one. Yeah, it's a little flat, unfortunately. Next, Convoy. Maybe when they fix 1.37, when they release it, and when it becomes compatible with Truckers MP, we can schedule one. Hopefully the sounds will be much better by then. Right, let's hear how this engine sounds like. Sorry, from inside this time. Quite quiet, but the windows are closed, so that's acceptable. It is varying the revs. But yeah, it still gets cut off when you let go of the gas. But the real winner here in this truck are the indicators. Very good spelling. This might be a hint. I'm not sure, but this might be a hint of what truck is coming up next. Let's drive a little with this thing. I absolutely love the humor from SCS. It's the first time I heard it in the truck itself and using headphones. Yeah, exactly, Pete. I think it's a hint. Perfect. Yeah, I think this kind of works. Let's do a bit of a drive with this. Let's do one job. Why am I in the shoulder? My bad. Oh, there's actually a roundabout here. Wow. Who knew? It is quite funny. Not everyone found it that way though. Some people were offended. And they were like unsub, unfollow for SCS. International spotted, a day cab this time. Let's open the windows a little so that it's a bit louder. The Jake sounds nice. Does it sound realistic? It's a bit quiet, but it might very well fit this kind of truck. Not as booming as the W900s. Didn't see it coming. I don't think anyone did. But the SCS's official stance on this is that they are testing how to like change the sounds for each truck. Like indicator sounds are different for each truck. And with this test, they are able to prove that it works. That they can have barking sounds for the 579, but not on the others, like what you've seen. So, at least that works. So does that mean the Mac is coming? I'd like to think so, but there has been no official word about it. But all signs are pointing that way. In the beginning of the beta, some people have been looking through the files and they found some Mac definition files. So it's definitely being built and it's getting there, but there has been no confirmation yet if it really will be the next truck. All signs point to yes though. Alright, name. Thanks for dropping by and good luck. Hey James. How are you, man? Let's take a quick shot at this. Nothing too dramatic, but I do like the look of that. Not the best config. I wish there was like a spoiler here that would make it a lot better, but can't be choosy when we're doing quick jobs. I just did a quick job. So there's automatically a trailer attached. Alright, drive safely. Good luck, man. We are counting on you. Save us. Man, no pressure. Enjoy, man. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Doing great, James. Can't wait for the weekend, although I do have work on the weekend. Entire weekend. So, but still, it's the weekend. So there's a different vibe in it, even if you have to work. Dog ears attached to the mirrors. Yeah. Cool F mod. Hey, Mike. I know, right? I think I have the wrong thing set up. One thing that I also wanted to check is maybe the cutting off of sounds is only because I'm using a manual shifter. Maybe I'm shifting too fast. I don't think so, but maybe. Maybe. So let's give it a chance. Let's give it all the doubt, the benefit of the doubt, as much as we can. So let's dial it all back in to default, like so, and we'll see if we get some better sounds this way. Exactly. This revving up does sound nice. The boom from the additional sounds on the truck exhaust do sound nice. Nice sounds from the Lone Star. Not bad, huh? I think the traffic volume is a bit too loud now. I did max it out. Let's balance it again. I think they tweaked it again. They probably increased it by default because now when you hear that a car is coming right across you, right next to you, it feels like they're right inside the cab. Man, look at the anti-aliasing, right? AA tweaks via NVIDIA Profile Inspector and other stuff. Thanks to Beng and Jay and the rest of the community. Sorry, I couldn't memorize all the names. But thanks to Arias for recommending this. And if you want to check it out for yourselves, you can go to !mods. And I think in the ATS2 section, just scroll to the bottom of the row, the last row, and it should link to the forum thread where the AA tweaks are. Thanks a lot, Alex. Jake break. Not too bad. But yeah, it's still getting cut off when you let go of the throttle. the pedal. Nothing pops in anymore. Hey, Reyes! Thanks for being here. Thanks for recommending the anti-aliasing tweaks. I'm using it now and it is worlds better. It's also much better for my hard drive because the file size of the video is much less because there are less jagged edges. So the file size is not as big anymore. Significantly, like 1/3 of the original size. And that is a beautiful bridge. I think we can do something like that. Smaller resolution. What do you mean smaller resolution? So it's great. I'm only having frame drops when I'm in the main menu and I don't get it. Like in here, I would get like 30 FPS. Or I did, but now not anymore. I guess it got scared of you. But I can't explain it. I'm not maxing out on anything, but sometimes I'm at 30 here. Favorite mod? Is Drive Safely still here? Sound fixes. Natural Lux, some of my favorites. Krish Bombs and EVR sound mounts. Insanity. Feels like April 1 came too early. Vancouver. We discovered that here. There we go. Works for you fine. Ah, I see. Yeah, I'm using 1440 and the FPS is fine. It's 60 all throughout. In vanilla at least. In ATS 2 I am getting some problems, like it's dropping down to 40 or 50, but it's no big deal. I don't want to go back to 1080 though, because my monitor is not natively 1080, so when I go down it scales it, the scaling is ugly, so I really have to play at 1440. Have a great day, enemy. Have a good night. Thanks for being with us for a few minutes. Catch you next time. Krishbom is your favorite. I can understand why. And I think he is very hard at work at figuring out the F-mod sounds. I'm sure most of our sound modders and truck modders are. Ah, I see. Real trucking, nice. Thanks, yeah. I'm really enjoying the AA tweaks. I gladly trade away Reshade for the better AA. And then Bengan J also commented on the video, so Bengan, thanks a lot for the inputs. He told me that I can still have Reshade-like settings. I just use the one from GeForce and that should work. I think that's the one that Jay is using right now. I forgot the name. But GeForce has a Reshade-like app of their own, and it's integrated in GeForce Experience. I haven't tried it yet though. Thanks, Over. Appreciate that. Not the best sounds for this truck, but I do like the parking. Great and compatible. I have not tried it yet. So if I download like a Reshade preset, like the ones from John Doe 6, I can just use that directly for the GeForce thing, and it would be straight out compatible. That would be great. Yeah, Over. I'm surprised that you're playing ATS and not GTA. Usually the younger audience likes more adrenaline pumping stuff, and old guys like me start to get more interested in more relaxing stuff because real life is too stressful already. What's in the cup? Tequila. Not just water. They like to think it's tequila though, because I guess I act weird whenever I drink. Or maybe I just act weird, period. Ah, has its own filters and sliders, I see. Same guy made it for NVIDIA, I see. You know better than water. I'd like to hope so. Water liar. I don't have money for anything else. No, I finished my coffee already. Coffee is first thing in the morning. But I'm not sure. Can you guys notice the better anti-aliasing, or is it too blurred for the stream? Because my goodness, it really feels different. No shimmering in the distance and stuff like that. It's so good. Yeah, water is very good for the body. Just ask Alex. Alex is a huge fan of water. Healthy living. Hey, homeless potato. Nice name. Pizza rolls. Where is that? Oh crap, we'll have to reverse this, I think so. Nice. Is there a PS5 already? Has that been announced? I think I remember Rohan posted something like it's rumored to be announced soon or something like that. Good for the morning after. Yeah, water is always good. I do like the idle sounds though. Pretty happy with the idle sounds. Not just that, the loaded sounds. Load or unload, is that the term they use? Something like this maybe? Too much on that side, but I think we can correct it. Did I just do that wrong? Where's the line? Oh, there it is. I see. That's fine. We can make that work. Just look on this other side. Sorry guys, I'll get back to chat in a bit. Just focusing on parking at the moment. Yeah, that should be good. Thank you. Easy BC. Barking squeezy. Thank you SCS for a bit of how do you say, lightheartedness. Not too serious. That's the way. November? That's fast. Nice. Don't let the dogs out again. Too late. Scared your cat. Holiday 2020. Nice. UAE. I see. What key do you hit for the dog? The blinkers. The indicator sounds are the dog. As weird as that sounds, yes, that's how it is. What other truck should we try? I think we should just go back to the T680 to be on the same side. Let's take a long job from there. Kenworth T680. Or do you guys want to try others? The Volvo, if they improved, or have we had enough? Do we go and play it safe? A lift truck from Utah to New Mexico. A harvester. Alex would need that. Air conditioning complex. Special transport job. Ah, tempting. Nevada. Where do you want to go? Any preferences? That one can work. A forwarder. What is a forwarder? And that spans across 1, 2, 3, 4 different states. From Oregon to Arizona. I think I like that one. Let's try it. Choose LA. I'm not sure if there are any jobs in LA. At least not with the T680. There is one here. Arizona to LA. Are you guys fine with that? Yeah, it's late. Maybe you need some sleep. Let's go for this one. I'm quite intrigued what that would look like. Just set this up. Let's see if there is something that changed in the sounds. It was pretty good already before, but yeah, some imperfections that could still, I think, be tweaked. A forwarder looks like something of a logging implement. Let's see. Just adjust this a bit. There you go. I'm not sure anyone wants that. Ah, this is the forwarder. I see. This looks familiar. I think Blah would like this. Cool. Right, let's hear it from inside the cab. Very crisp. And this is with windows closed. With windows fully open, you won't hear anything else. But I kind of like it. Just leave something open like that. Let's hear if the automatic transmission will help us with the shifting. Rip. As early as that, you're already in trouble. Oh crap, this is... Okay, we might be in for a... I didn't realize it's articulated. Stopped by wood chips. Who knew those could be so strong? There we go. It's more like it. What machine is that? Is that a wood chipper? But what's it cutting? Or what's it grinding or chipping? There we go. The shifting seems to be fine here. Maybe automatic transmission does work. I mean, it still sounds weird when you let go of the revs, but it does sound a lot better, less cutting off. Maybe it's the automatic that's going to fix it. Hey, thanks for following. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to say hi. Let me reduce that truck exhaust volume so we mitigate that cutting off sound. He'll be forced in quarantine for 30 days. In which parts of Italy is they said northern Italy, but does anyone know which areas that includes? Like, is that Milan? Thinking of the map in ETS2 in northern Italy, I would think Milan, because that's like near the border of Switzerland, right? That's one of the closest ones there. Good point. Finally, you were able to see, or hear rather, how it sounds like. I kind of like that. I'm not sure if it was Fmod, but I did like those sounds. I'm not sure how much better they are compared to before. There you go. Look at that beauty. Very nice. Northern Italy. Is the government taking thrusts to isolate it to northern Italy? How would you say it's only there? Unless you restrict people from moving. I don't know. Lots of internationals. It might be a bit too much actually. Have we seen other trucks that are not international Lone Stars? Might have gone overdrive there. Nobody's doing nothing. Those are reported cases. Yeah, because I don't know. It seems inaccurate, doesn't it? That you are putting in travel restrictions for northern Italy only. But if you're not doing anything to stop the moving around of people, then that's going to continue moving around the viruses as well. Where are we? I'm not very familiar with this place. Quite nice though. Like foresty logging bits and pieces. That does sound much better. I think it just needs that those revs to dial down more gradually, and we are all set. Hey Morvaz, we've been streaming for less than an hour. Glad you made it. How have you been? How's your new rig treating you? Is it a 389? Looks like it. Nice. Great to hear. Have you guys been watching in YouTube the videos? I've been seeing it, but I haven't watched any of it. Like Linus and I think even Jay's 2 cents. are releasing videos about like, I'm not sure what the message is, but it seemed like buy your computer now or something. Because of what? Impending supply problems? But then again, I saw one by who was the big guy in benchmarks, Gaming Nexus, that warns against such behavior. Like, don't just buy because the internet says so. Quite an interesting topic there. Has anyone been keeping tuned to that one? 18 states. Yeah. Shut down schools in some of the states already. Ah, I see. Man, yeah, it's really spreading, huh? Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe if you were planning on upgrading anyway, then might as well upgrade now. But don't force it just because some people are saying that you need to. No clue. It can kind of make sense though. The economy is starting to buckle with these restrictions in place. Everybody is being cautious. Let's try closing the windows just to hear if we like it better. It does sound a bit more muffled now, doesn't it? I think I like it. Oi, 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 oi. That guy, wow. Normally they stop. Well. I don't think the air sounds from the shifting is getting cut off anymore. So maybe it's my manual transmission that I'm doing something wrong. When I'm going to neutral, maybe that's when the sound gets cut off. But because the automatic transmission doesn't go to neutral, it just shifts. So maybe that's why it doesn't, we don't hear it. So maybe the problem is when you go to neutral, that event of the air sound gets cut off somehow. There's Alex harvesting our field. The canola master. I should have known. Yeah, I should have expected it from AI. Should have known better. I actually like this. I like this tweak that they did with the Windows closed sounds. It doesn't sound too weak anymore. Although, I remember we have a guy in the YouTube videos, a real life trucker. He has given me a lot of inputs over the years. His name is Unix. And he gave some nice inputs about driving European trucks, at least, not American though. He said that the sound insulation is very good. Like, if your windows are closed, you can actually talk to your to someone beside you, and you would just need to talk in normal voice. You don't even need to raise your voice. That's how good the insulation is. But when you open the windows, then all the sounds come rushing in. That's how it he said it. So I was thinking the initial implementation of the difference between the interior and exterior when you open the windows, I was thinking that's accurate, but now they kind of toned it down, the variance when you open the windows. So I'm not sure which one is more true to life, but this one feels more like a car, right? When you open it, you get a little bit louder, but not significantly so. So this feels more like what we are familiar with in cars, but I'm not sure if it should be the same in trucks. Doing good, blah. We are back with the T680 because the others are still not quite up to par. One sec, guys. Stick shot here. And let me get back, get caught up in chat again. The engine is not loud in real trucks. If you don't work because you're sick, you still get paid. Well, that's true with any company. That's why we have sick leaves. Sound isolation today has gotten so good in lightweight. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Too loud in the game at the moment. This one, yeah, I think so. I think they need to tone it down. And then just make it louder when you roll down the windows. But yeah, thanks to the adjustable sliders, then we can all tweak it to our liking. Yeah, Alex is right. We had one heck of a time with the 579. Loving those indicators. This one doesn't hold anything against that experience. That's the sound. I think someone's doing renovations. Hey, welcome to the channel. Thanks for following. And feel free to say hi and join the chat so I can greet you. The T680s? Oh yeah. Are you guys doing a convoy? It's not loud enough. Goodness, if I turn down the windows, won't hear anything else. Like that one. I do love those window sounds though, especially when it hits the top like that. Like it squeezes into the rubber. Hey, Oversize! Thanks for following, man. Doing good. Still trying to find that magic sound. I think SCS still needs to work on it. On this truck at least, it's mostly done, but in the others, I think a lot of work still needs to happen. Still enjoying the drive here in the US. Got banned for lag. I also get a lot of lag when I play. Well, not really lag, but latency. My latency is pretty high, 200 plus. But the implementation for Truckers MP is quite good. That you don't really need to worry about it so much. As long as your internet is stable, even if you have high ping, it's not that bad. That was pretty bad sounding. When it's revving down, slowing down, really, you hear the worst of it. I hope they implement that you can't peek out anymore when the window is closed. But in the meantime, we'll try and roleplay it. How did the virus start? They said it started from a market in China, in the Wuhan province or region, where they have different kinds of animals and they sell them live. Because that's the way the virus is transmitted, from animal to animal, and then it kind of evolves. And eventually, it got caught by humans. Because it's tuned as automatic gearbox, not manual. That's why it's cutting off. But I'm using automatic transmission now, so it should be working. But I think, yeah, it's just Something is not right yet with the sounds. Still needs a bit of tweaking. Yeah, lots of people like those in MP. That's why some people don't play MP at all. That's why I would recommend, if you ever play MP, just stick to the pro mod server. People are much more decent from what I have been able to try out limitedly. No, I don't know anyone in MP. I hardly play it. I only play MP when we have a convoy. Oops, sorry. Reading chat. When is the next Fern bus? Not anytime soon. I have it uninstalled at the moment. I don't have enough space. I do have tourist bus coming on Sunday though. A bit of a different episode. Spider Venom, is that guy a streamer? I don't know him, unfortunately. I'm very bad at this stuff. I love that Jake break though, although some people said it's not accurate, but I like it. Feels very very like, how do you say, you really feel that something is happening. Ooh. What car was that, Alex? It's one of the classics. Why don't you like tourist bus, Tom? We need to have a convoy again soon, that's true. When 1.37 is live, we will do it. I would have said we wait for our pro mods to be compatible, but that might take a long time. So we'll see. The 1.37 itself would take a long time already, so maybe that's as much as we could wait. Still gets cut off, even if it's automatic. Yeah. Some people are saying, and what I read in the forums, if you turn off the traffic, then those don't happen anymore, those cutting off sounds. So maybe the sounds are there, but maybe there's like an Fmod setting somewhere that is limiting, like you're overloading, like too many simultaneous sounds and then it gets cut off. I don't know, something to that effect maybe. He streams on Twitch, I see. Very nice place, this one. I've driven through it, but I don't remember it at all. Not surprised though. Goldfish memory and everything. But Oregon is definitely one of my most favorite states here in ATS at the moment. I'm not sure which one is my favorite, Washington or Oregon, but those two are my top two. How about you guys? Which ones are your favorite? And current ATS, including the DLCs. Where do you like to drive the most? I would guess Washington is my number one and Oregon number two. Just because of the, well, mainly because of the greenery, the landscape. It's very lush and alive. Not such a fan of deserts. Also the signage and the bridges. The bridges in Washington definitely have a lot to do with it. Hey Alan, G27. Oh, Alex answered it already. Thank you. Construction worker, not a Jake break. Not sure what that should sound like. Renault Range T from ETS2. Yeah, I can imagine. It's a very nice truck. Good choice. Maybe we thought the same thing, Tom. Why did you stop carrying your clumsy cargo? You mean the trailer? Because we don't have mods at the moment. And that is a mod. Washington is for sure your favorite. Which is quite interesting because Utah is the latest release. Usually I like the new releases because they keep on improving more and more. I don't know, Utah for me is nice. And I like the, what do you call them again? The cliffs, the cliff faces. But there's something about Washington. Maybe it's the Boeing plant, I don't know. Probably Oregon and Washington. Utah is nice too, and even New Mexico and all that. Yeah. Hey Gavidan. Welcome to the stream, man. How are you? Are you into truck sim as well? Hills and forests in Washington. Ah. Yeah, I can get behind that. And the bridges. Don't forget the bridges. Washington and Oregon. I think many people have that preference. Nevada. Ah, I like the desert hill, like this one. Oregon, Washington, there's a fast way and a super slow road. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you're not limited to a single route. Salt Lake down to Arizona. Slow down a little here. Thanks for following, Gavidan. Appreciate it. If you go by the coast, it takes 3 times as long. But 3 times as beautiful as well, right? It's worth it. I like that. Yeah. That's true. And I like how you can just stay in the coast throughout the different states. I was watching an episode of Modern Family. They were on the train. And I think they were in California. They were taking this, what is the famous train in the US? The train company with the blue and white colors. I'm sure you guys know it. But it's a very famous line, I think. And it just had such amazing views. I think that was the West Coast. So maybe the water was the Pacific Ocean or something already. It looks so good. Amtrak, that's the one. Yes, exactly. So is there an Amtrak route that is going from, I don't know, let's say LA to, I'm not sure, San Francisco or even farther, tracking the coast? I think that was their route, and all the views were just so beautiful. I wish that would be in Train Sim World, or maybe it is already. Should get back into Train Sim World if that's the case. America Choo Choo Company. Ah, okay, it's the only passenger carrier in the USA now. I see. One of the kindest people. Is that for me? Thank you. That's for me. I was feeling so good with what you were saying, Morwas. And then you said he was ending anyway. Yeah, didn't have a choice. But thanks, man. Appreciate you being here. Northwest Express. Nice. Any train fans out there know if that's in Train Sim or Train Sim World? That would be a very nice route. Look at the anti-aliasing here. Beautiful, my goodness. And that sunset deserves to be taken a shot of. And yes, blasted correctly. Very nice fading and fading out of the game sounds. And the fading in of the construction sounds, if you can hear that. Sorry about that, guys. We didn't get a notice. Usually we would get a notice from the neighbors. Admin would compile a list because they would have to get some clearance for renovation works. And they would inform us beforehand if there was going to be plans. Not that I would change my schedule, but just so I know. Maybe I just haven't been reading enough. Mrs. Clumsy likes to make fun of me because I like to read the bulletins for our place. We live in a condo and there's like an admin office There are notices from time to time, and I like reading them all. Just so I'm informed about what's happening and where I'm living. I don't know, Miss Clumsy always laughs at me about that. She also laughs at me when I read the newspaper. She said I look like an old guy reading a newspaper like that, old school type. Because in the gym there is this newspaper, and that's the only time I read newspapers in the gym while waiting for the class. Good toenail. Let's get 20 of them. Riley. Beautiful. Controlling trains with a keyboard sucks. Yeah, you have to have like a throttle. My yoke would do nicely there. Grumpy Grandpa. Why? Is that because you're playing Truck Sim? That does tend to increase your age by like 10 or 20 years. No, that just means you have mature taste. Train Sim might be playable now. I have no idea though. I think I've only tried it once. I think I bought it when there was like a Humble Bundle package sometime a few years ago. It's nice that you can hear the traffic passing through like this guy. Very subtle. Let's open the windows just a tad. Okay, not what I planned. That way. Should we sleep now? No, I'm still enjoying the sun. Still a bit of sun left. Flight Sim yoke and throttle quadrant, don't think that worked either. Oh man. So it's really the compatibilities, huh? That sucks. Look like a geek and grumpy. Oh, it's okay. Own it. What is that? Well, someone messed up. Someone hit the wrong pipe, I think. RIP. I wonder if that's a random event or really a thing here. Almost forgot that we were carrying this huge thing on our backs. How are we doing on fuel? Where's the fuel tank? I think the fuel tank is covered by the steering wheel. One sec, guys. I think it's one of those guys. Yeah, that's the one. Let's look down a bit. There it is in the middle. Less than half, but that can still work. But let's go and fuel up already. And this place is convenient. Ooh, getting a bit of flag. Catch up with chat. That's a random event. Ah, nice. Oh yeah, they do have these random events inside cities, huh? It's a nice touch. Wake up to sunlight. Yeah, good plan. Yeah, I think it's not always there. Not so sure. Normally it wouldn't be though. Like there is a chance, but not always. Sometimes it would be like roadworks or electric light lamppost works. Like you would see a guy with like a ladder and stuff. Or one of those mobile platforms that's attached to the truck or something like that. Eeh, it sounded ugly. Eeh, yikes. Yeah, I think there's still a problem even with automatic. Hey, Rohan. Let's close the windows. I think that's better. How is Mr. Itchy Legs doing? So now since you've been through this area, maybe they did change something. I am speeding apparently. Not anymore. Doing great, man. I hate that I have to work tomorrow, but what can we do? It's great that you guys can even remember passing through this place. For me, everything is a blank. The place feels familiar, but the look feels like a brand new area. And I see that the road is yellow, so I should have been here before. I work in IT, and we have a special event happening this weekend, so we have to be online and have to work. Goldfish memory for the win. Sometimes it's an advantage. It feels like everything is a new adventure. Sure thing, Morlaz. Put the drive in it. A floppy drive. Go for it. Yes, please. Jack's Bales. What are these doing here? Have you guys been able to watch SnowRunner's videos? Been quite interested in that. Rob has been posting some in the Discord server, and I'm really looking forward to it now. Initially I was not so excited because I thought it would be just like Mudrunner but in snow. But looks like with each new release and each new teaser, it looks like they really are adding so much more to the game. Like the gameplay elements themselves are very different from Mudrunner. It's not just a reskin, it's an entirely new game. Totally different level. Oh crap. I don't feel good about this. I have to slow down. These bends are quite ugly. Yeah, recommended speed is 35. Makes sense. Worked all days last month. Wow. Look at you. Paying for that PC. Nice. No, we are going from Oregon to Nevada, Utah, and Arizona, I think. That's the route. I think they have, Alex, but to be honest, I haven't seen it firsthand, or at least in videos. That's what they are saying, though. I'm just hoping that track IR is included. It's always been a #1 thing for me. Hey, G. Good evening, man. How are you? Glad you made it today. Slow down a bit here. Just coast along. It's fine. Got so scared around that bend. Don't worry, you weren't alone. You weren't alone being scared. Over 1,000 saved. Invest it. Put it in your Roth IRA. Isn't that how you have it in the US? Start as early as now. Yes, Roth IRA for the win. Because you have a limit. If I understand the US laws correctly, you have a limit on how much you can invest in a year. So you cannot just catch it up later when you get more money. So the earlier you start, the more you can invest in it. And it's tax, but it's after tax, and all the profit from there will be tax-free afterwards. Hey, thanks for the resub, G. Hey, 12 months. Goodness, huge milestone. GG, man. Thank you. Congrats on your gold badge and appreciate you being here. Thanks for dropping by. That's a huge Yeah, that's a big way to say hello. Appreciate that, man. Hope you're feeling better. Way station. Oh yes, that's a good point. That's one of the things I wanted to test as well. Oh come on. Just when we wanted to test something, it asks us to bypass it. Can we repeat that? Can we repeat that? Because I really want to test it. What we'll do is we'll sleep here. And then we'll try to go through it again. See if it will ask us to go and weigh ourselves. Sure thing, Chi. Appreciate it. There's the rest area. Exactly. Last week we had to pull in every way station. And do you guys know why I am interested in trying out the way stations? Because as one of the updates in 1.37, they changed this. They added actual violations in the way stations. When you are damaged or when you're, they say, carrying an illegal trailer. I'm not sure how that would work, but maybe if you're like carrying, what do they call it? Rocky Mountain doubles outside of the legal states, maybe that's how they would define it. I'm not sure if there's such a thing as being overweight. But yeah, that could also be. Let's go and sleep here. If I can find the rest area, that is. There you go, perfect. Alright, catch you guys in the morning. Perfect, daytime again. Let's save this and then let's go and try and repeat going through that way station. That should be good. Yeah, definitely agree, Rohan. They're not Krishpom level, but I think for default SCS, this is good enough already. They just need to fix the sound that's getting cut off. Let me go back to manual because I don't think automatic is helping much, except for helping me become lazier. So 8 shifter, 18 speed, I think. Diagnostics here shows this is indeed an 18 speed transmission. Good. So if we damage ourselves, sorry guys, this is for science, okay? Just 1%, we need bigger damage. This is the perfect excuse to go and get some large damage and just go all out. Yeah. Looks like the cutting off sounds is worse when it's manual. When it's automatic, it's a bit less. Oh yeah, he's been waiting for that. That's true. He tried out the 579 indicator sounds, Rohan. I'm not sure if you've seen that video in the Discord server. You might like that. It might be hinting at something that's coming soon. Maybe. Harvin video on Discord. Yeah, the Harvin's video had much better sounds. Loaded and unloaded engine sounds, or something like that. I hope so, Tom. I hope so. Yeah. It was a Mac in more ways than one. Okay, so if we go through here and just make a U-turn, will it ask us to... Will it decide if we need to do something or not? But I think we need to damage ourselves first, so I'll quick save here. Oh, gravel. What's that sound? That's the sound of getting stuck. OMG. I call it OM. It will even fine you now for tire damage. Oh, that's true. Yes. Even if it's just wear and tear. I don't think that's right, but that's how it is at the moment. Ah, it can't even head straight on to the rock there. There's an invisible wall, I think. I do see a post there though. That's the victim. No, there is also an invisible wall there. Yeah, not quite the sounds I would like. How about that signpost? I don't think that's destructible. That can be a target. But they have to be very bad. More. There we go. Is that enough? I think that's enough damage. Planet Zoo. 9% should be a good enough fine, I think. So let's try if it will ask us to go through. That will give me a better motivation to drive more carefully. There we go. That worked. Okay, let's see if this works, guys. Let's see if this works. So the way station is straight ahead. So where we turned left a while ago, that's where we would turn as well, I think. Way station straight ahead. Planet Zoo. I don't think anytime soon. It's a great game, but I'm not that creative for it. And I don't have enough time for it, unfortunately. I have my hands full with other sims. I wonder if SnowRunner will have like dedicated servers for multiplayer, if you can rent your own. Maybe not, huh? Not sure if MudRunner had that. Poor truck. For science. My bad. Nice. What other games are included in the pass? Let's see what happens. You have to fix it. What did it say? 13 miles per hour or something? I didn't get that. Plus 13 mph. Ouch. That's great. There is actually a use for this now. Also, one more thing that they added. There is now a progressive penalty for speeding. The farther away you are from the speed limit, the bigger the penalty. So the more you speed, the worse the penalty will be if you get caught. Where's the next toenail? That's a good question. In the next bridge, maybe. Yeah, finally way stations have a use. That's great implementation right there. I like that. So you have to be roadworthy. I'm just not sure what should the threshold be. So right now we are 9% damaged in the truck. Not sure how they do that. Yeah, does anyone understand what's that plus 13 mph or 13 miles? Does that mean? Or is that just a beta thing? Games included in Xbox Pass? I see. Sounds good. Even Mud Runner is included. Yeah, it's like Netflix for games, huh? Very smart, subscriber-oriented payments, subscription-based payments. It's the way to go. For companies, that is. There's a stop sign up ahead. They should also start penalizing when you don't go full stop on these signs. Not sure how hard to code that in though. It's okay, OM. You can sleep. So you have energy for tomorrow. Like you have a big day ahead. Loan is paid. F15 is a part of it, nice. So wait a minute, AMD includes that Xbox Pass? So you have a free game and you have a free pass? What? Yeah, I shouldn't be staying up late at that age, at any age. Some parents would say, snow zone, ooh, snow runner hype. Some parents would say you would not grow tall if you stay up late. Four months and 2 free games, that is amazing. Why did I only get one game? You got 3800X, right? That's better than mine, but I think I got the poor end of that deal. You haven't hit your growth spurt yet. It will come around, I don't know, 13 or 18. So, have to get plenty of rest. Dang it, only with 3800X and 3990X. Cheaters! The fine should progressively be higher. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, like you got a warning the first time. Not really a warning because you got fined already. But yeah, that should be part of the progressive fining. Interesting. You can make play some Xbox games on PC. Wow, that would be cool. I wonder how they can make that work. Well, I guess they are working all in all in the same field or same engine or compatible engines maybe. I always thought the Xbox platform was like how would you say, a toned down PC or like a pre-built PC. Even the games included are mostly in the PC as well. International hype. Warning flag, yeah. Let me show you later when the road straightens out. Maybe here. That guy. Let's see if I speed. We are in Nevada now. Nice. If I speed through, is there a radar somewhere that will catch me? I want to test the speed limit violations. The progressive speed limit violations, that's new. I don't think I'll get the chance though. Birds, I think so. Oh yeah. Thought it was a plane in the beginning. Come on, you can do it. There we are. And right on cue as we enter Nevada. Only thing missing are the tumbleweeds. Yeah. Words of wisdom right there. And at some point you would wish it stops. It's always how it is. You wish it was faster when you're young. And you would wish it slower or even turn back the other way when you get to a certain point. Now he's clickish. Rohan said it's only for 3800X and above. It does feel like you're opening the window in this case. It's nice. Take it from the old guy. I haven't been caught speeding yet. I am deliberately trying to, and they haven't even booked me. Oh crap. But yeah, I guess in Nevada the speed limits are quite lax. Got 70 here all over the place. Drink, drive, loose. Unless you're drinking water. Oh no. Or would have flipped. No, it's due to my skills. Not really. 1.37 compatible Sierra Nevada. Oh yes, yes, right. It's true. Emblem posted an update for Sierra Nevada. closed beta or early access, not sure how it's called officially. He made it compatible with 1.37. I haven't tested it though. I haven't gone into my modded profile just yet because I'm scared. I'm scared to disable all the mods. And I missed my turn. Dang it. Well, we can go that other way, I think. That's fine. Seems to work good. Ah, great. Glad you were able to test it. Did you have to disable most of your other mods? I wonder if the old sound mods would work. Like, not use Fmod at all. You had to disable most of them. When you were speeding, yeah. That's what happens when you're speeding. Tend to miss a lot of stuff. Tunnel vision. Yeah. Ugly sounds. Trucker for hire. Oh yeah, we could go and have an episode in that. Would love to drive a DAF Euro 6 with Krishbone sounds. Can you carry a car? There are trailers with cars. We just did that in the last ATS 2 video. Well, we were carrying Iveco vans. If you haven't seen that yet. Man, that conundrum, that mishmash of sounds just didn't work, huh? Just like this trailer. Oh crap, this is very bad. I always forget that I'm hauling something as bulky as this one. As a civilian, not trucker. I don't like doing that so much because then it would be trucking anymore. And I kind of feel not good about playing truck sim but not trucking. Oh, the horror of that sound. Does that to get to work. Yes. There we go, getting there. I don't know why it sounds so bad now. Maybe I should go back to automatic. That sudden dying of the sounds. When you let go of the pedal, just shivering and not in a good way. Hey, Stinky Llama. I just did, man. Bit late for that. Good morning, how are you? Glad you made it today. Headed east. Rumble strips for the win. Just in time for the cleaner parts, maybe. Go back to automatic. I don't like it anymore. That constant battle with the up and down sounds. Kind of an immersion breaker. What have you been busy with? Stinky llama. There's not even an 80 on the speedometer. Well, I guess there is, so it's not written. It's the last line on the scale. Oh, the Allison TC10, yeah, that's a good point. Let's switch to that and try if it will improve the sounds. Let's go and stop by Elko and see if that will improve the sounds a bit. Acrobatic moves, that's one way of putting it. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of them. Good to know. I think you can. Just can't be guaranteed a long life if you do that. Quite a lot of number of cars, huh? This is traffic 1 and no mods. I'm actually surprised that there are many cars on the road. Ooh, busy Ajax. I'm not even familiar with it. I think I've heard of it. I have no clue how to work with it though. Is that for work? New assignment and stuff? If it's still available or if it's like an old transmission setting. If it's available in Truck Sim in ATS, then it might be still there because they only feature like modern variants, don't they? So that is my assumption. Cleaning agent, that's another thing. The bald guy. Oh no, I think that's Mr. Clean. Ah, web-based system, fancy. Do I have to turn off here? I don't think so. I think I do though. Elko. Oh no, it's not this one. Dang it. Okay. Can go overtake a bit more. We're really able to level up our vanilla profile here, discover a lot of cities. This is nice. So we're ready for the next DLCs and next updates. What's the next state going to be? Idaho, right? By the way, has anyone tried the, what was it called? Great America Project or something like this? I got an email from the mod author. And I'd like to try it, but at the moment I can't because of 1.37. I'll have to go back to an older version. But I think I'd like to give it a chance. It does look quite interesting. Edgeburg to Grimsby. Where is that again? Those places sound familiar. Arizona to Colorado. Ah, yeah, you're right. I think I read that in the forums. Someone discovered a new achievement. Interesting. So maybe they're planning on 2? Is that a movie? Oh, I'm going to hit this one. Yeah. My hands are not on the wheel. It's refilling my water. Okay, let's try out a different transmission in the hopes that it will improve the sounds. I doubt it though. Dalseco is back. That movie sounds familiar. I might have watched it ages ago. I might have, but you know, goldfish memory and stuff. What should I? Oh, we can't do it. Dang it, we can't do it because I'm on a quick job. And I mean, it's locked anyway. Oh, there is this Allison option. We do have one Allison option here. We have this choice though. Might not be high enough. Yeah. 6-speed works too. But yeah, we are using it. This is a quick job, so I can't really change anything. They won't allow me. Forgot about that. Marisa Tomei, is that the aunt of Peter in Spider-Man? Yeah, she's a very famous actress. Peter... Did I say Peter Pan? Peter Parker? Maybe not Peter Pan, huh? Don't hit that. I'm hitting it. Dang it. Peter Pan. You can get me one more, Buzz. I wouldn't mind. Series of unfortunate events. I haven't watched that yet. Because I don't think I have. Yeah, they're the same. Alliteration is real. Oh, no penalty there. Maybe I just got lucky. Stanley won't approve. I don't think he will. What's the next Marvel movie that will come out, Rohan? Do you have your radar on? Oh, it's okay. I'll watch it next time. OM. That's a good point. That's true. Black Widow movie. Oh yeah, I think so. I haven't even watched the trailer yet. Of course. Of course. Now that you want to test it. Can I go anyway? I remember someone tried this. They weren't required, but they went anyway. I don't think you can even stop. Yeah, there's no icon. Let's see. Maybe we get lucky. No? Nah, there's nothing. Man? That's just sad. Those sounds. Oh my goodness. Quite a little work needed there still. Fine for clogging the way station. Loitering. What is WandaVision? I saw an ad, a Disney film. Not sure when it's going to release. I'm not sure what it's about even. It seemed like it's being hyped though. Artemis Fowl or something? Don't know what it's about. Is anyone familiar with that? Peter Pan 2. Perfect. Peter Rabbit, oh, that's a different movie. This is Clumsy starting to enjoy her phone. She got an S20 a couple of days back, and initially she was really like getting confused with all the new options, but now she's starting to enjoy it. And it has a 120 Hz refresh rate, and even she can notice the difference. So normally she wouldn't be that sensitive to like 30 or 60 FPS, but yeah, the scrolling with the 120 Hz, it's really, how do you say, pleasing to the eyes. Very nice. And the camera is really good. And this is just the base S20 model, not even the S20 Plus or Ultra. So quite good work Samsung put there. Although I heard it's not very good in sales at the moment. Not sure if it's because of the virus or it's just not their own year. I think they had a better year last year. Over 1,000 miles to go, really? Oh my goodness, that's not going to end well. I think we'll have to speed through it. Yeah, 120 Hz on a phone. It's a thing now. 1080 resolution, but 120 Hz, which is great. Nice. iPhone 11 Max, that's the thing with the 3 cameras, right? What is that? Plus 11 mph. Ah, I think I know what that is. That must be a bug. Because I think that plus mph would be only relevant for speeding. Because it would tell you how far you are away from the speed limit. And that would the violation would vary depending on that. But I don't think that plus mph should show if it's another type of violation. That's at least how I understand it. Ooh, train. Has anyone seen Scotsman recently? Hasn't been on, has he? Must be busy. I hope he's okay. The overlay is not working. RIP. How come? One sec, let's try. Maybe something went wrong with the... So even the gas pedal and stuff? Let's try it. I think this has happened before, right? There we go. That should work now. I just restarted the server, the telemetry server. Very nice. Fading in, fading out when you alt tab. One ping should wake him up. He hasn't actually woken up. I pinged him when I got a nice fuel economy. He must be busy train simming. Yeah, might be. $650 miles to go. What noise? What is that? Is that a cowboy? Okay, he is train simming. Maybe. The rumble strips. Ah, I like this one. Oh, where is it? It's not here. Not on this highway, maybe. You sound like Jack now, OM. Just in your case, it's literal. Mountain time zone. You guys are switching DST on Saturday, right? Saturday or Sunday, like this week. I think Alex told me about that 2 days ago. What is this? All green. I hate it. Sunday morning. Okay, thank you. Spring forward, fall back. Ah, I remember it now. Yeah, it's going to be 12 hours difference again. It's going to be easier to compute. And yes, I think our project manager took that into account when she was doing the time zone plotting. Not much snow. I think it was the same in Europe. I was asking my colleagues in Germany, and I think they said it only snowed like once the entire winter, or twice, maybe once in December, and I think once like last week or so, when you guys were saying that, oh, we are crossing over to Utah. I remember this. Have we crossed over already? Didn't notice the sign. But I remember that. We should be in the, what do you call this, guys? Salt flats? Yeah. Dump of snow in March. Global warming is real, huh? Looks like. Bonneville Salt Flats, there you go. Thanks a lot, guys. I remember Googling that. Ah, speaking of Google. Hey Google. Tell me something about the Bonneville Salt Flats.
According to Wikipedia, the Bonneville Salt Flats are a densely packed salt pan in Toole County in northwestern Utah.
Not too shabby. It says Bonneville Salt Flats, Utah, with how do you call it? Postal code 84083 USA. Fancy. (11 cm) yesterday in London. Ah, the winter's last hurrah. How are the temps looking like now in your countries? Does it still feel like winter? Scotsman responded to your thing. You disturbed him. How's Jack doing, by the way, Alex? Was he pissed with Twitch? Twitch was really giving him a hard time a while ago. Killjoy Twitch. Hotter in London than in Aberdeen. -2 to +9. Up and down a lot. Wow, that is still very wintry. Jack was so happy with Twitch. My goodness, it was intense. November was the last time we had snow. Wow. It's one over there. Here it's, I don't know, 31. Quite close. Nice sky at the back there. Nice clouds. Living the dream. Yeah, tropical country for the win. Stays the same the entire year. I would wish for colder weather sometimes, but I think I'm happy enough as it is. What state am I in now? Singapore. Oh, in game, Utah. Yeah, Utah definitely feels different. I like it though. Wider roads, wider views, not as bushy. Kirales wouldn't approve. But very nice overall. And I think we are approaching Salt Lake City. Maybe. Very nice buildings. And I like the road markings. There we have it. That's true. Definitely is not. It is they call it a city-state though. So maybe arguably so. State of denial. That's more like it. They're getting very strict here to try and contain the virus as long as possible. If you go to some of the restricted countries, you have to work with your employer. Like if you're a foreigner like me, and if for example I go to northern Italy, in order to go back to Singapore, I would have to work with my employer and they would have to request the government that I go back. So they're really serious about trying to contain it. And this is why I'm also more paranoid in leaving the country. So I was mentioning I should be in Germany right now because of that activity that we have at work. Yeah, I decided to not push through with it because of the risks of traveling, and it might result in unnecessary complications when I'm going back. I might get quarantined somewhere. Mrs. Clumsy might not like that very much. Oh, what the heck, that guy. State route K? State route JJ? Or J? Ooh. You're a refugee from where? Oh, look at this car. Nice. Nice cop car. It's actually nice driving through Utah at night. Oh crap. No, please don't. Slow down. There we go. Perfect. Thank goodness it was green light. Otherwise it would have been very chaotic. Hey, thanks for following. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to say hi and join us in chat. Sure thing, Rohan. Enjoy. Nice little fountain. Oh yeah, you're right, you mentioned that. Saudi Arabia. Ooh, that was nice sound. So that car just buzzed past us. Cool. Hey, thanks for following. How should I call you? Is Demashi fine? How are you, man? Let's go and sleep here. Get some nice sunlight. Cool, man. Thanks for the follow. I'm trying to brainstorm some ideas, guys, on how to grow the community. And so don't take this as final or anything, or not. I'm not even going to change anything, but I want to get your opinion. Do you watch people in YouTube for streams? I know some people who stream on YouTube and actually stream there before they switch to Twitch. What has been your experience there so far? Man, that mountain looks so beautiful. So nice. Let's take a photo there later after I gas up. Only watch me. Thanks. It's great to hear that. Oh, looks like Blast been at work here. Oh crap, this is not going to end well. Who's the typical gamer? How is the experience in watching in YouTube versus watching in Twitch? Like in terms of, I don't know, latency, how long does it take before he reads your comments? And number of people in there, I don't know. The user interface and stuff like that, which would you prefer? That's what we're hoping for. Which one? Growing the community? Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Oh, that's so nice. Because I have a feeling that we're not growing here in Twitch, unfortunately. Like, we are staying the same in terms of number of viewers. And it's a bit sad, but it's a reality. And it might be something that I'm not doing. Maybe how I sound, how often I stream. There's so many different factors. But one factor that could also play into the role is the platform itself. Maybe it's not conducive for growth. Maybe it doesn't allow people to discover new guys. You know, so some of these things. Toenail! Twitch less ads, YouTube more ads. That's true. Thanks, OM. I try. No promises though. Sure thing, Dimashi. If you feel like it, that would be great. If there are Sim fans, then that would be awesome. Let's take a photo here, another one. I think we can take a nice angle from this side. Another toenail, as OM would say. Part of it's what you play, especially if you are a fairly serious player of SCS Sims. People like the mad loud people. Yikes. I don't think I can be that. And I don't think you want me to be like that. Man, that is nice. That is beautiful. I think I'd prefer it a bit side view though. So it this way, I think we have a thumbnail. Something like so. Hey Darren, come back man. How have you been? How far do we have to go in the trip, guys? Can we do it? We have 40 minutes. I think we can. Trust the process. You're a memer. Ooh, cool stuff. Is that King's brother or not? 450 miles. I think we can do it. 40 minutes, 450 miles. If we stay on the highway, that should be possible. And we won't even need to speed so much, I think. Nice clouds there. At least when zoomed out like this. Zooming in, it gets a bit pixelated. As long as I don't crash, I guess. Unless you get arrested, that's true. Like Twitch for the chat, but you do like YouTube for late night watching or lurk watching. Yeah. Like, I guess, for me personally, I am able to discover more people in YouTube. In Twitch, I guess I do get a few recommendations, but not as great as the ones in YouTube. So maybe like the search engine or the recommendation system is much better in YouTube, better to get discovered. But overall, the platform I think is much better on Twitch still, especially the latency. Like how fast does it get before your chat, before what you typed appears in the screen, in my screen. I think around 2 seconds is the common timing now. That's super fast. Last time I was watching someone in YouTube, I think it took like 20 seconds or more. And for viewer interaction, I think that's a huge thing, right? Having being able to react timely. Great to hear. Thank you. High-risk cliffs. You can see the difference in the textures. Ah, there we go, finally. But I don't think we have any faults right now. Yeah, at least we can test it before and after. 1% damage on the truck, 3% on the trailer. We'll see if that leads to a penalty or anything like that. A while ago, I think we got penalized for, I don't know, $200 or something. Good to hear, Darren. Everybody's out for inspection. Ah, no penalty. Nice. This is actually pretty cool because there is this suspense factor now. Whenever you're asked to go into a way station, you're not sure, did I do everything wrong? Did I miss something? Do I have proper, is my truck good enough, roadworthy? Did I miss any loads or something? Did I have lacking documents? You know, that kind of stuff. And to a basic level, we have that now here. Whenever you get asked to pull in, you would start doubting yourself. Oh, I hope this is not enough damage. The money isn't that important, but I mean, getting a penalty in itself, it's a thing you would like to prevent as much as possible. If you turn off violations, if it still works, oh yeah, that would be a good experiment. I would imagine it shouldn't. That's a good point. Because the way stations should still be there even if there are no violations. but the penalties themselves shouldn't be. You want the W900 and 389 to be found in California, but you doubt that. Should they be? Aren't they allowed there? Why not? Because it's family friendly. Ah, great to hear. Yeah, that's true. The games do have a huge factor in there. Anyway, you wouldn't catch me playing Fortnite. I don't even know the in-games nowadays. But even like trucking, there are people who have a lot of viewers, who have built an audience, right? So it might not be just the game, but I'm sure you're right. It plays a big factor too. Transport fever too. Well, I don't have any luck there with in the series so far. Maybe on the stream we can try. Yeah, we'll have to experiment. But I'd have to change something, just don't know what it is. Speed a little here, just so we can maybe get a penalty, see how it works now. The landing. Where did you see that? In my YouTube video? Yeah, I got lucky there. A while ago I was flying, the landing was not so good. I bounced. Flared too late. Oh no. There you go. Thankfully, no car there. Ah, on Twitch, yeah, I highlighted that landing. I was really proud of it. Doesn't happen very often. Nothing should be allowed in California. Because the trucks in game don't have exhaust cleaning equipment. Ah, which is a requirement in that state. It's 12 again? Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten a single speeding ticket yet. Thanks. Clean air is evil, or less pollution. Should find California. What's a glider kit? Around 30 minutes, more or less. There we go, that's the speed we want. Perfect. A truck where you take a new chassis and frame and take the old engine from a wreck and put it in to get around the rules. Ah. Why the term? Ooh, looks like an accident here. I bet that guy had the same problem trying to merge in. Like the guy that merged into our lane a while ago. Some people like the older engines better. Maybe because they sound better. No idea. Gas and food, exit 182. Sure thing, Russ. Sure thing. Crescent Junction. Interesting name. I mean, Jake Brake. You like the growl of an old engine? Have you heard the Mac R's two-stroke Detroit diesel yet? Once you hear it, you won't hear anything else. Literally. That's Alex's favorite. Maintenance and rebuild costs on the new engines is horrible. Oh, is it? Why did they design it that way then? Shouldn't it be more like, how do you say, hassle-free maintenance? Maybe they made the engines too complex, not as serviceable. More efficient but but more of a pain to maintain. That sounds like the engines that I was asking Arianos about in the Ford airplanes. CFM versus IAE. The newer ones are more efficient but more likely to break down, I think, and harder to maintain. Then again, yeah, I think that's generally the trend when you release something new. It's more complex, it's more high-tech, but it's also has more moving parts and so is more likely to break down. That kind of sucks. Have to find the right balance there. Typical rebuild cost is around 30,000 higher. That's huge. Goodness, they need more frequent rebuilding. Yeah, sounds exactly like CFM versus IAE. Brings a bit smoother Detroit diesel engine for your Mac R. Gives a bit more HP and quieter sound but still lots of growl. Goodness, we couldn't hear each other when we tried that last time. Mac R Classic. Yeah, Jack probably slept already. Twitch was really giving him a hard time. Oh, I can speed here. Come on, come on. No, no one's catching me. No one cares if you're speeding in here. No, nothing? Still nothing? Maybe it doesn't work anymore. 231, yikes. Questionable pollution controls. Where they add these regulations. I understand that's also what happened before with the scandals, like the companies cheating the emission tests because the controls that were put in place were not realistic or something along those lines. So it might be a fault on both ends. Go sleep, no problem. Whatever floats your boat, man. Oh, this is the, what do you call this? The house. The house inside the cliff. I don't know, I can't remember. This guy. Hole in the rock. That's... I remember that. A1 ma. Yeah. Can't understand otherwise. lot of cops in the traffic. Not sure if they listened that. They might have. I remember seeing a lot of them, the cops. And then I think with SIP's traffic density, he lessened it, something along those lines. But I can't remember if it was only in ETS2 or also ATS. But now it seems to have changed. Ah, I see. Doing good, man. X15 is improving it. Hopefully so. But maybe the industry has lost trust. I don't know. Because of the past experience. Might be hard to earn their trust back. No, it's okay. Let's prefer to have English from the start. Hey Matt. Hey, thanks for following. From Huntsville, Alabama. Cool stuff. What time is it there? Wait a minute, let me try and picture where Alabama is. Is that near Georgia? Trying to remember my coast to coast exploration in this in ATS. Georgia, Florida, somewhere there maybe. To the west of Florida. So time for a cup of tea and a biscuit. How stereotypical. Ah, nope. Dang it. I suck at geography. Wait. I need some phone a friend. Hey Google. Where is Alabama?
Here's a map of Alabama, United States.
It is to the west of Georgia. And it is to the west of Florida, isn't it? At least from what I see here. Or northwest? Hey Google. Hey Google. Where is Huntsville, Alabama?
Here's a map of Huntsville, Alabama, USA.
Oh, it closed. Okay. At least it knows where that is. Ooh. It's like secret road there. Cool stuff, man. How are you doing? Yeah. When does winter officially end, guys? Normally it should be like 3 months, right? So December, Jan, Feb should be winter. Great to hear, man. That's where you usually see the last snow if you get any. Maybe in Sweden it's a bit later. I don't know. Spring begins March 19. Ah, there you go. That seems to fit the timeline in my head. Thanks, Alex. Hey, Heroic. Welcome back, man. How have you been? Doing good. Where have you been trucking in the meantime? Or have you been checking out other games? Oh, loving the look of the cliffs here. Yeah, this is one of the highlights here in Utah. High-res textured cliffs. Cliff sides, cliff faces. You get what I mean. I'm going to speed a little, guys, just for science. I want to get that speeding violation so we see what the change is about. And how much they would charge us. Doing good, man. Sweating. Very hot here. Winter in Singapore is ending. No way to rebound. Looking forward to Idaho, yeah. I think it's going to be the second half of the year though, so it might still be a while. Not so sure though, don't quote me on that. I have no insider info. Tunnel 3. Yeah, that would have been a nice picture a while ago. I was just too lazy. Let's get a bit of fresh air. Too much. That works. In the summer, then another state at the end of the year. That would be great. I wonder if it's one US or one Europe, or two each. Or 2 US, 1 Europe. Last year, I think they released 2 states in the US, right? Washington and Utah, both last year. Continue the rest as an episode on YouTube like a cliffhanger. Oh man. People might not like that. We can if we don't finish today, but I think we will. Assuming nothing else goes wrong. Alice Springs in the Grand Canyon. Oh yeah, we're getting close there. The Iberian Peninsula DLC is going to be quite large. What do you think will be included there, Alex? The entire Spain? Portugal? Or a region of them? Airwolf had it's there. Is that a character in Cars? I can't remember. Goldfish memory strikes back. Oh crap. Where is Gibraltar? Gibraltar. Sounds familiar. That's nice, but it's a bit too loud. I think what I'll do is I will lessen the truck engine and exhaust volume, and then we'll lower our windows. So we get that open air feel, but it won't be too loud. That way. Yeah, I think that's the right balance. South of Spain. Ah, wow. That's large. I mean, if you can... I mean, mapping out the entire Spain itself and including Portugal is going to be huge already. But I guess, yeah, as a DLC, that would fit very nicely. That's what I was talking about. The guy working on the electric post thingy. Vancouver Island in Canada. I think Pro Mods will handle that, won't they? Pro Mods ATS. It's very small, I see. Super fast helicopter in a TV show with the same name. Don't think I've watched it. It's the bit that pinches the Mediterranean Sea on the one side. The other side is Africa. Ooh, cool. I think I can picture it. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, one more. Goodness. Those guys are fast. Morocco. How about Fuerteventura? Might meet each other in tourist busing. I like the sound of passing cars. Feels real. Wow, those jets don't run out. No sounds though, interestingly enough. Didn't they used to have sounds? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Finally having Spain and Portugal in ATS 2. Just sounds wrong, isn't it? Like Euro Truck Sim, but no Spain, no Portugal. Somewhere in Arizona, I'm actually not sure where. Holbrook. Oh yeah, it should be listed in the overlay, I think. I'm not sure if it's working correctly. Johannesburg, is that in South Africa? Sounds familiar. Overlay seems to be working now. Nice. A restart does wonders sometimes. France and Spain a lot. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's true. Even France is getting a lot of rebuilding. Maybe that's why they're doing it, to match the assets that are getting added in the Iberia DLC. 85 months to go, nice. But all the tolls will be annoying. I hope they put a lot of autopass gates. Just really the old parts, that's true. France itself at this point looks very nice already. The roads, the bushes, the vegetation, it's nice. Hey led. What? That sounds scary. How are you? I heard you were in a convoy with blah. Who's the bad influence on whom? Too lazy to type their names. Yeah, they got the point. It's good enough. Favorite part of ETS 2. Yeah, I think France is my favorite when it comes to the road textures and the trees. I really like it. It's so lush. We were in wrongly with blah. What do you mean? You were in a convoy with blah. Nice. Was that the one from, what is the name? Lady something? Serial tea consumer. I am Clumsy and I'm a coffee addict. Does that work? Black hair is a chainsaw. There we go, Lady Bear trucking. Is it a she? I'm assuming, Lady Bear. And does she stream on Twitch? I don't think I've seen her before. Ah, nice. Yeah, I've heard the convoy gets quite large. It's interesting. Great to see that many number of cars and trucks on the road. Ah, there we go. Finally. There, that's where the +6 mph would be perfect in. So it would show you how far away you are from the speed limit, and it would vary your penalty accordingly. That's new in the beta. That's new in 1.37. I like it. So if you just like go over a bit, it doesn't feel as bad. Hopefully not as bad the penalty as well. I didn't see the value though, the amount. Did you guys notice how much we got charged? It's not good for your age. She streams on Twitch. A game moderator for TMP. Cool stuff. Maybe I should look her up. 780? That's huge. Maybe not. I think how much were we? You know what? It's been I never look at the fines anymore because it's just it rarely does a dent on the finances. But maybe now it will be different. Maybe now we'll have to focus on it. Interesting. 76k. You're a driver for Lady Bear Trucking. Cool. Friday night, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. EST would be 9 a.m. for me on a Sunday, around 10 probably. Yeah, that wouldn't work for me unfortunately. But maybe I can catch up on the stream. Nice. Proper job economy. Proper economy and job overall. Yeah, me too. I am really craving for some gameplay improvements. New features. To make the experience more trucking-like. If it had a picture of him in a that can be a meme quite quickly. Oh, this doesn't look good. Sure, it sounds great. If I get a chance to stop by, I will. Oh my goodness. Nope, that doesn't work. Can we make a U-turn and do it all over again? I doubt it. We can try. This will not go well, guys. I can smell it. Well, actually, it's working. Wow. Amazing stuff. That dolly sure is helping, huh? And how do we make use of the space? Not judging you. Goodness, how did I miss that simple parking? Well, let's use all the space here. To make that the widest arc as much as we can. That's true, yeah. It's not as easy as it looks. But maybe a second time's the charm. How about now? Oh crap. have to go right a bit more. And then turn it back in. That trailer is still a bit far away, but maybe this time it will work. Did I make it worse? No, it's good, I think. There we go. Perfect. That worked somehow. Don't ask me how. I just tried to go around and got successful. Got lucky. GG. Logged in and lumberjack to achievements. 61k. Wow. And leveled up. Level 15. Almost 2 levels there. We got lucky. And we made it just in time for this stream. That took us 53 hours. How's our score in Discord, guys? Nice. There you go. Maybe fuel economy so that you get that better score in VT logger. If you take the turn from the beginning. Hey, official. Thanks for joining in. This is how the first attempt succeeds. Take the turn from the beginning. I think I kind of get what you're driving at. $1,400 miles gets you through most of ETS2. Oh, does it? Yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah, maybe it's just because the number of countries in ETS2 makes it seem like it's larger. But then again, when you add pro mods in, then that's a totally different equation, huh? Yeah, good job guys, we did it. And we are back in this thing with our own trailer. You'll get better soon. And because I pity you guys, I won't use the horn anymore. Because I know it's going to be hard on our ears, all of our ears again. Alright, let's end it there guys. Thank you for hanging out with me on this Clumsy trucking session. It was a good experiment, good progress for the beta, but not quite there yet. Hopefully next week we get something much better. We'll see, okay? Fuel economy was 50. Oh wow. Not the best score, huh? GG. Thanks a lot, Alex, for moderating and keeping things sane. Thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate the company. Catch you on Discord in the meantime, and catch you next week when we get back to streaming. Not yet sure what. We'll see. Thanks. Have a nice day. Have a great weekend, and wish me luck over the weekend at work. Have a good one, and Clumsy trucking. Bye-bye. Catch you soon.